Hello students, as you are observing on board, it is written over there electricity and magnetism. It's clarify you that today we are going to discuss about the topic electricity and magnetism. First, I start to discuss the properties, the topic magnetism. This word come from the word magnet. So what is a magnet? As you all know, there is an object which try to attract iron body or iron made bodies towards itself or stuck itself on an iron object, iron almirah. This type of thing is known as your magnet. This magnet obtained from a ore of iron known as your magnetite. This magnet, the first thing that we obtained is an iron ore, black iron ore. Its name is magnetite. And this is the very first, this is the natural magnet. Magnetite is a natural magnet and the very first magnet of the world. Now let's discuss something about magnetite. The magnetite having a formula, chemical formula Fe3O4. This is the chemical formula. This is the ore of an iron, and this one is also considered as a first natural magnet. It is a first natural magnet. So hope this thing is clear. Now this natural magnet has two properties, two unique properties. The very first one, it attracts all the iron materials towards itself. Iron materials towards itself. This is known as your attractive property of magnet. It is known as your attractive property. Clear? Then when we observe or experiment further, we observe that this type of stone or rock or this type of material having directive property also. There is first one attractive, other one is your directive property. As word clears to you, attractive means attract towards itself, and second word directive means it always point out a unique direction, that is your north direction. If we hang freely this type of material, they always stands or position itself about north south or simply pointing towards north direction. So this is known as your directive property. By using this property during ancient time, people named this stone or this material as a lead stone. As a lead stone. Later this changes to lodestone. They damage the word. It changes lead stones to lodestone, but actually it's a lead stones, lead towards the north direction. So this is the introduction of magnet. We are going to discuss some type of magnet and some other properties of magnet. Now there are two types of magnet. First, there are many types of magnet, but first we discuss about their occurrence. On the basis of occurrence, there are two types of magnet. One is your natural magnet and other one is your artificial magnet. As these things name define itself, the magnet occurs naturally is known as your natural magnet. Magnets made by man is known as your artificial magnet. Generally, you know the formula of natural magnet is Fe3O4. But in case of your artificial magnet made from iron, cobalt, then we have nickel, sometimes we use steel also. So these materials are used to make artificial magnet, and in case of natural magnet we use iron ore, that is your magnetite Fe3O4. Now suppose we have a bar magnet. Bar magnet means a magnet in shape of bar, and if we hang it properly, so we know that it always lead towards direction north south. That's another thing. But this magnet attracts the small pieces of iron. If we place this bar magnet such that in a container of small nails, after some times what we observe, that all nails stuck on the poles or the sides of the magnet. Clear? So these sides where we have nails attached itself are known as the poles of magnet or pole of magnet. Clear? There are two poles of magnet. One is north pole and other is south pole. These poles are actually follow the shows the directive property of a magnet. The end of the freely suspended magnet which points towards the geographic north is called north pole, and which points towards the geographic south is known as your south pole. Suppose we have a small piece of bar magnet, clear, and we hang it freely, then this side always point towards north side, one of the side point towards north and other points towards south. So these are the always geographic a freely suspended magnet always points towards the geographic north and geographic south pole. The pole which points towards the geographic south pole is known as the south pole of the magnet or magnetic south pole. The pole which points towards the north geographic north pole is known as your magnetic north pole also, but actually it's different. This is a simple north pole and simple south pole of the magnet. Clear? And this represents geographic north and this represents geographic south pole. Now move to the next part. Now there is an experiment. If you perform an experiment in which we have a rigid support, this one is rigid support, and with the help of some fine thread we hang a magnet, a bar magnet, with this like this position, and we take another bar magnet this is another bar magnet, and if we bring this second bar magnet towards one of the pole of the freely suspended magnet, first if we observe that both poles attract each other, then it shows that attractive property of magnet. Clear? As it's freely suspended, they point towards north-south direction, so it follows the directive property of magnet. Okay. Now come to the point. If now first we observe that there is an attractive property, these two poles attract each other. Now if we change the pole of any of the magnet, in this case I am changing the pole of this magnet because it's easier for us. We simply twist it or change it the pole and then again bring this magnet nearer to this magnet. What we observe that this magnet, as soon as we bring this magnet nearer to this magnet, this pole and this pole nearer to each other, this suspended magnet move away from this magnet. This one is known as your repulsive property between two same poles, or repulsive property of magnet. This property gives you the surest test that both hang things are magnet, because there is a law that same pole of magnet repel each other and opposite pole of magnet attract each other. This is the concept. Same pole there is a repulsion, means magnet move away from each other, and if they are opposite pole, there is a attraction. Hope this thing is clear to you. All of you must remember that repulsion is the surest test of magnetism, because repulsion occur only in between two magnets. So repulsion is the surest test. Test of magnetism, and attraction is not. Why? Because attraction can cause between two opposite poles of two magnets, and attraction can cause between one magnet and other magnetic material, means other iron pieces or conical pieces. So remember this thing. Now move to the next part, magnetic compass. What is magnetic compass? Magnetic compass is a device in which, let me rub the board first. Okay. Magnetic compass is a device in which there is a needle, a magnetic needle inside a box, and this needle is free to move in any direction. Likewise. Clear? This is your support. This is north pole, this is south pole, and this needle is fixed inside a case of a box, a transparent box, so that you can see. Your compass is not exactly look like. Actually, your compass is look like this one. If I am giving you the top view from the above, there is a needle. Likewise, and this one of the side is always indicate north, other is south direction. Then it is your west, it is your east. Then we have north, east, south, east, south, west, north, west. Clear? So this is the picture, rough picture of compass. This magnetic compass used to find out the direction. This is a very small piece, this type of boxes like this one, and it always points towards north. In this we have a magnetic needle. Now how we make our own magnet? As you are observing on board, there is written over there single touch method. It's a touch, not torch, because this is not R, this is the damaged board. Clear? single touch method. This method is used to make a magnet by using a given magnet. Suppose we have a magnet and we have a piece of iron or magnetic material likewise, and we need to make we wish to make this as a magnet. Now how we use single touch method. There are various methods, but this is very easiest one, so I am going to discuss this method only. Take a bar magnet and use its north pole and try to rub towards one side to other side of that given piece or given bar, and then pick the north pole, rotate the north pole again such that this comes to this part, and then again rub, come to this part, then again rub, come to this part. After several times rubbing, what we observe that this piece of iron or that bar develop the attractive property. If we rubbing again and again, this also convert itself towards a magnet. So this is your single touch method. And next topic, and in this video's last topic, is precaution of magnet. In this video we are going to discuss about precaution in using a magnet. The very first thing, if we throw from a height, magnet lose its property. If we hammer it, magnet lose its attractive property, or whatever property a magnet have, it loses. If we throw into the fire, magnet also loses the magnetic property. These three are the main precaution. More is there. Sometimes we observe that though it's keep safely over here, but magnet loses its spread property. Then why a magnet loses property? Because it not use the proper preserver, proper keeper. So always remember that if we have a bar magnet, two bar magnet, then place the bar magnet likewise. If north, south, then another bar magnet is placed such that opposite poles faces each other. And then you keep an iron sheet as a magnetic keeper. Clear? So this preserves the capacity or quality of both the bar magnets. Sometimes you say that, sir, what about U-shaped bar magnet? If bar magnet is U-shaped, likewise having north pole and south pole at two of the end, then simply keep the keeper so that both the poles attach. So likewise, if you keep, then magnet not lose its capacity. These sheets are known as your magnetic keepers. Magnetic keepers. If you have some electromagnet, like electromagnet used in speakers or TVs or CDs or computers, not computers, sometimes very small is there, but especially in case of speakers or woofers, need not to bring some other magnet nearer to those electromagnet, so that the later magnet loses its property with the effect of electromagnet. So these are the precautions you have to follow, so that you can keep the strength of the magnet. That's all for today's video. In next video we'll discuss about laws of magnetism.